2.0. Who knew that we'd only be back a mere, I don't know, was it even a week? We had a donut day and then we find ourselves in lockdown yet again. But fear not, all is well. I know a lot of you were really struggling last remote learning. This time we are going to smash it. We are going to be turning the frowns upside down. And the way we're going to do that is through magnificent Mao's Last Dancer. If you want to talk about adversity and pushing through those tough times, you need look no further. Okay, so what are we actually doing? Now, as you'll know, for science and maths, you guys are required to go to WebExes. That's not to say that we mightn't have an impromptu WebEx, but for the most part, what we'll be doing is I'll be popping up some videos like this, giving you a few instructions. And again, you can contact me through the Google Classroom. So what's the plan, Miss Heffernan, for this week? So I hope some of you actually packed your lovely book in your bag at the last minute when we all went home and didn't find out about lockdown until we'd gotten home. But anyway, if not, remember I have also put the audio book on the Google Classroom as well for you to access. So the expectation, as we have been talking about, is to have this book here read by week 8. We're now into week 5, and obviously your assignment is due week 10. Speaking of your assignment, during this week, I will be shooting some videos and putting some material together to explain each of the 4 tasks that you are going to be required to pick from. That might help you in understanding what you need to do. I'll go through the rubrics and all the gear will be on there. Now, speaking of the 4 tasks, so remember you could choose from an essay, an interpretive dance, a lovely comparative analysis, or a comic / graphic novel. Now, the comparative, you will need to view Mao's Last Dancer. So what I've done is I've put, again, a link, a sort of link. I'm like broadcasting that I've copyrighted things off Netflix, but I screencast it. Shh, don't tell YouTube and all of that. Anyway, so you may watch that version, but if you actually have Netflix and want a nicer cinema experience and you can actually put things to full screen, when you screencast you can't do full screen. I tried, didn't work. If you want better audio, so if you have Netflix, I'd just watch it through there. Better experience. If you don't, it's not a bad experience, just not full screen. That's on the Google Classroom as well. So who knew that, I'd be saying you can get to watch telly for a bit. So this week, continue reading. Remember your chapter summaries. Remember things like quotes, page numbers for quotes. I think about the characters, the setting. Think about the changes you are seeing in those characters and jot those down, okay? So while you're doing that, you can also choose to view the movie. You might be just like, yeah, this book's so good, I just can't put it down, and just read, go for gold. If you're like, oh, I've had enough reading, I'm going to switch on the telly and see how they adapted it for the screen, then by all means do that as well. So again, all of the videos, instructional videos on how to go about your assignment will be put on the Google Classroom progressively through the week. It just takes me time to upload these things and film them and blah, blah, blah. The other thing is I will be putting some comments on Compass. I'll let you guys know on Google Classroom from your journal articles or your journal entries that I've had a look at. Thank you for handing those up. And then obviously week 5, we're halfway. Whew. So again, any problems, comments, concerns, any feedback, please let me know. I hope you're all staying well, and I will see you when I'm looking at you. Bye.